Andrew, we're talking lender's insurance. So how does, what you do in title, how does that apply?
The lender's insurance, that is, we are insuring the lender. We are stating that they have first priority on their mortgage. There is no back mortgage. We pay off the mortgage if there's any. They need to make sure, should there be a foreclosure and your consumer does not pay their payments, that they're able to be in that first position. Okay. That they will get their funds.
And again, to clarify, that this is bank, in terms of being the lender, this might be a bank. Primarily, are these banks?
Yes, they're all banks. The lender's insurance is banks.
Now, you said, so in insurance, you said if there's something, if you miss something, and then it turns up later, do you pay if it's a I don't know,
yes.
a lien? You guys, okay, all right.
Yes, we have an underwriter.
So you guys have to be good at what you do because you're on the line then.
Yes,
okay.
Very detail oriented.
Right.
You need to make sure if there was a mortgage, even say a mortgage was misfiled, and we missed that mortgage, we're still on the hook for that. So if you bought this property, or if you're my lender, and there's a mortgage that wasn't even showing up on record because it was misindexed, misfiled, and then the lender goes to foreclose because your consumer didn't pay you, and then all of a sudden this pops up, we're on the hook. We said you were first priority.
So you have really motivation to be pretty thorough in what you do. It's kind of funny because I kind of compare it to, I remember having an inspector come over when I was buying my house. Somebody I just hired to and I remember signing the stuff, his document, and basically it said somewhere basically he said the wall was sound, and and if he walked away and it fell down, he's got nothing to do with it. It was and at that point I was kind of like, why didn't I have an inspector looking at stuff? It was just telling my roof looks okay. When in your case, it's not just a matter of, well, we're going to take a look at stuff and make sure there isn't any liens, make sure you guys are on the hook.
Yes, we discuss it.
That's the motivation to absolutely do it right.
Right. Very detail oriented. You got to consider, everything we do, we have to be perfectionists, even say for so much as putting you in title. If we spell your name wrong, you just went in title with the wrong name. We are doing legal documents.
I'm just curious, are there any, given that you have to be absolute, are there any processes you guys do that maybe is a little different than how another title company would do it? Are you double checking, triple checking?
Yes.
How do you do that? For your own self, how do you assure this stuff? How do you assure it?
Yes, we do have, because there's so many different systems in place. We have the title, we double check our title work, and then so many documents are being done throughout. We send letters out to the consumers, making sure we have their names spelled right. Letting them know we are the title company. When it comes to escrow, we have to match documents with the lenders. If there's any name discrepancies, our names have to be exactly. If there's not any name discrepancies, we fix it then. When it goes for filing, there's another double check. We have so many systems in place that it's being checked before it actually goes out.
When you double check something, and to get down to specifics, is it somebody else is looking at it, just to have a fresh set of eyeballs on something? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have to be able to do that.
Yeah, because I can imagine how something could get slipped by. The spelling of a name, heck yeah.
Even so much as husband and wife, that makes a difference. If we put you in title, if husband and wife, if we messed up and put husband and husband, it's like, oh, is there another spouse? Everything's questionable. Everything has to be spelled out. We can't interpret that they just made a mistake. We actually have to investigate that. If somebody, even something so simple as just we have to investigate, make sure that's real.
Seems like you're actually going sometimes beyond a step. Even when you get an answer to something, it's like, okay, now I got to verify. I got to verify the answer just to make sure.
Yes. In our case, we do have to re-verify everything. We can't. There's nothing up for assumption. If I have a junior, a senior, and then somebody signs, it's like they came out as a junior and somebody else came in and signed as. It's like, is that the same person? We have situations where father and son have the same name, and we have to verify, are we sure?
Oh,
if they didn't use their junior and senior and they used it before, it's like, make sure. And then, especially if there's property that's inherited. We really have to go above and beyond. There is a lot of investigation on our part.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm.